Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind, where we're in the dining room, because I noticed, as I was floating about the place, as I tend to do sometimes in between episodes, I noticed that some of the candlesticks were clipping into the plates on the table, and once I saw that, I couldn't unsee it, so I just spent the last 5 minutes rearranging the candlesticks. Don't judge me. Look at this, though. Silver teapot, sugar bowl, creamer, some teacups with little teaspoons. Very civilized, I like it. Anyway. Where's the lounge? It's over here, isn't it? A deck of cards. Oh, I have some dice I can put here now, don't I? Where are my dice? There they are. Quite big dice. The real Baron Zaya. All 10 bajillion pages of it. A good read, so I'm told. I never got around to reading it all, though. Back when I was at college, I used to read a lot of the Elder Scrolls lore books, because I got very bored. I'd sort of finish my work early and then just be sat there kind of really bored with nothing much to do. And so I'd sit there on my terrible phone at the time, like really dreadful, like old flip phone, I think it was, because it was back in the day, and I couldn't really watch videos and stuff on it. You know, for one thing, the phone was too ancient. For another thing, I don't think I had good enough internet to do that. But what I could do was go on the UESP wiki and read all of their transcripts they had of the Morrowind lore books. And so I ended up reading a bunch of Morrowind's books on my phone while bored at college. And that's how I ended up reading the Poison Song, which I always bang on about, and I also ended up reading the entire 2920 series, which was pretty good. As well, actually. So anyway, with all of that aside, what are we actually doing in this episode? This is a good question. Oh dear, I'm a bit stuck. There we go. What are we actually doing? Well, wow. Now, I'm using a new pair of earbuds today, and they've got significantly more bass than the old ones. And I got a really big bass rumble when I put the Belt of the Unarmed on. Just then, that was quite nice. They're pretty good, actually. Some really just cheapo Panasonic ones, but they're actually like surprisingly good sound quality. For the price, I'm actually a little bit impressed. Let's go get some breakfast or whatever. Actually, did I remember to actually rest in between episodes? No, let's just pretend that I did. There we go. There we go, lovely.
How delightful.
Hello.
Welcome.
I would like reward for service? Yeah, here you go. Your cooking is excellent. Enjoy. Now then, is there something to eat? What do we got? Omelette. Lovely. Yum, yum. Has no effect on me, apparently. Right. Where's Gavin got to? Is he still on the stairs? Yeah, he is. Doesn't matter how many times I tell him to just do his own thing, he just insists on staying on the stairs all the time. Never mind. Anyway, what are we doing today, folks? What we are doing today is, well, I'm hoping we'll go to Almasthea, but actually I remembered that there's a few bits of unfinished business we need to take care of in Ebonheart. So, that's actually what we're going to do. In Old Ebonheart, I should say. Not New Ebonheart. New Nebonheart. No, that's not how that is pronounced. Ooh, look at all that map we've explored. I like it. Real Sowen. Don't know what that is. Anyway. Right. So I think I'm just gonna recall and then divine intervention, and that should get us there. For one thing, I'm drinking a cup of tea as I play this today. I hope you don't mind, folks, but for one thing, we have to hand that bow over from those Ashlanders to that Breton knight, because they ate his horse, and they genuinely seemed quite put out about it, actually. they thought they'd got a fair deal, and it turns out they accidentally swindled someone, an 80s horse, which wasn't really part of their plan, as far as I'm aware. So, Road is very pretty, isn't it? It's very pretty, but also very awkward to get around, and there's actually not an awful lot here. But it is gorgeous. Anyway, recall, no, divine intervention. If this doesn't take us to Old Ebonheart, I will be a little confused. Alright, good, we're here. So, why do you have no shoes? Lovely weather here in Ebonheart today. Right, where is this knight? He was wandering around down here somewhere, if I recall. Do I have a bounty right now? No. I was just saying, because that's where the lawyer lives, so... thought it might be worth taking care of any problems we might have. But we don't, so that's fine. This is the guy, isn't it? I think.
Do you need something?
Yes, about your horse, Roz. She's dead? Roz, my sweet Roz. I had a bag of yams waiting for you when you came back. How did she die? Who was responsible? Unursa sold her to Yavin and Synat, who killed her. They are all responsible.
You'll be dead soon.
They ate her? And tried to apologize? I don't want their damned bow. They took the only thing in this world that matters to me, all for some savage ritual and their primitive curiosity. I'll show them pain. I'll show them what it means to lose everything, starting with that treacherous cur who sold Roz to them. Unessa Sudrathi. You're a dead woman. Before you can answer, Hormadak takes off running to the stables. He sworn to kill her. Well... oops. Oh dear, look at me going around causing discord and chaos. Ah, well. Just wanted rid of that bow, frankly. Now then. You know what? I give up. I'm lowering the view distance. Fine, you win, game, you win. That's a bit better. Now then, there was also this whole thing about going to see some dude in the dungeons at the castle, and hopefully things have calmed down here enough now that I can go back since the incident. Am I wearing the same clothes I wore when I went there last time? I don't know if that's tremendously wise now I think about it. I do like this robe a lot. Put the glass helmet on. There we go. I do look a bit daft, if I'm honest. That glass helmet is never going to look particularly dignified, but on the other hand, it does obscure our features somewhat. So I guess I will wear it for now. Heck of a tree, now that I think about it, that one. Also, it doesn't look like most of the trees native to the region. Did they import an oak tree from Cyrodiil? Wouldn't surprise me. The Great Hall. Okay, now let me just think here for a minute. Okay, back. Anyone who discovers something regarding his whereabouts... Yeah, this is Tahiel. Is to report directly to Lord Karas Kuseus in Ebon Tower. Like, he's the guy in the Great Hall, I remember him. General Kasich has been languishing in the Legion dungeon for 3 decades. He still insists that he's innocent. I've agreed to help Belisatha Mead, the Minister of Justice, to convince General Kasich to drop his appeal, or alternatively, I might give him a hand. You know, kind of feel a certain kinship with the guy, being thrown in prison for years and years and years. So, yeah, we might try and help him. Yeah. Legion Dungeon. Let's go in here first. Go and talk to the Lord about Tamriel, because we happen to know what happened to Tamriel, don't we?
Where did I put that?
Hello, my lord. Please, no need to bow, sir. You may approach. I do not believe we've been introduced. Well, we have, actually. It's just you've forgotten. I'm here about Tamriel. Yes, he is our court wizard. Any self-respecting court has one. He's been missing for some time, though. That miserable wood elf went kasplat. I'm sorry he's dead. Telling me that he fell out of the sky to his death on Vardenfell? Have you any evidence of this? No. I can't just take it. Oh, I need his journal. Okay, one moment, sir. One moment. I will be right back in just one. Just give me. I'll be back in a jiffy. I say, librarian, where did you put Tamriel's journal? Tamriel's study book? I don't think that's the same thing. I might... I'll take it with me just in case. Maybe it's Journal of Tamriel and not Tamriel's journal. Somebody watching this will know where it is. Guaranteed. There'll be someone watching this who's binged the entire series and knows exactly where I put Tamriel's journal. I might have even sold it, who knows. Sounds like something I might have done early in the Let's Play, when I was desperately trying to make some cash. Because I've used all the scrolls, I think, as well. The scrolls of Icarian Flight. Oh, no, I actually still do have those, but... maybe it's in here. No. Where did it end up? I suppose it's back in the old Vivek hideout somewhere. That wouldn't surprise me. Library desk. Don't know where it is. Alright, well. Recall. Hello again. I have this journal, but I don't know if it's the right one. Ah, never mind then. Never mind. Alright, let's see. Household library. Dungeon. That's what we want. Dungeon! The dungeon. Legion headquarters. Maybe we get to the dungeon from here. Oh, I don't believe I've been in here before. I would have remembered this. Hello. I suppose you could direct me to the dungeon, can you? No. Akatosh's Tower. Legion Smithy. Dungeons. Hello, Gornus the Jailer. Yeah, are you lost, or is there something I can help you with? This is a restricted area, and no one is allowed to the dungeons without proper authorization. I've come to see a prisoner of yours, General Kasich. I have this note from the Minister of Justice. I see. Very well, then. You'll find General Kasich on the first floor on the left. Thank you.
I don't think so.
Ah, right. Thank you. Prisoners currently held in Ebon Tower's prison. Bearer of Vasuri held for trespass in ducal chambers and grand theft. I wonder if he's the fall guy for the crimes I committed. That'd be funny. Kasich, formerly known as Lord General Kasich, held for a variety of charges, including but not limited to misuse of military rank, misallocation of imperial treasury funds, obstruction of justice, levying war against the Empire, collusion with Daedric forces, conspiracy against the Emperor, usurpation of a royal title, partaking in the simulacrum, conspiracy of 3E, 389 and 399, and high treason. You could probably accuse Fathers of most of those, actually. Impressive. Whoa. Oh, jangling chain sound effects. I mean, this is a proper dungeon. I love it. I know that I've probably already gone past his cell. But I don't really care, I'm just having a poke around. That jingling chain sound effect, it always makes me think of the Shoals Gate prison level from Thief 2 The Metal Age, with the spooky ghost in the dungeon, jangling its chains and marching about the place. God, I love that game. I'm sure I'll do a Let's Play of it on the channel one day, or at least a stream of it. It's one of my favourite games of all time, Thief 2. It's just so damn good.
Here to see the castle?
Excuse me. You're in my way. Thank you. I think this is the place. Here we go. Hello, General Kasich. Oh yeah, this looks familiar. You got more straw than I was allowed to have, though. Interesting tattoo you got on your face there. Is that a brand or something? What is that? I can't believe it! A visitor after so long! Has the Minister of Justice finally listened? Has she agreed to hear my case? No. She sent me to ask you to drop your plea. I'm not guilty. You must tell the Minister that I am innocent. I was framed, impersonated by a Daedric doppelganger. They claim that I was going to lead my army into a Black Marsh ambush, but it was the Daedra, not me. Tell me, Dark Elf, do you have the gift of persuasive speech? If you could help me present my case, I could seek redress for these false accusations. Will you help me? Will you prove my innocence? I think every bone in Fathus' body is telling him, I am not interested in helping you. I have problems of my own. I deal with it. But there's a little voice in the back of his head saying, it would have been nice if somebody helped me out when I was stuck in prison. So against his better judgment, fine. And because it'll spite that Minister of Justice. Don't like her very much. I will help you, but I need more information. Yes, I thought it... Wait, you said you'd help me? Praise the Nine! I'd come to think that no one would be willing to bend an ear and help me find redemption. Redemption does imply that you did something wrong, you know, but whatever. I'll gladly tell you everything that happened, Dark Elf, and then you can go convince the Minister of Justice to release me. Tell me, what is the name of my saviour? I am Father Zulvan, Archmagister of Great House Tilvani. As a matter of fact. Well, Father Zulvan, I'll tell you everything I know. Perhaps the Minister will listen to your intercession on my behalf. 30 years ago, I was not the man you see here in this prison cell. I was then commander of the Imperial Legion here in Old Ebonheart. Loved by men, happily married with... By my men, even. Lol. Happily married, with bright hopes for the future, but then I was undone. I was impersonated by a Daedric doppelganger. In my guise, he drafted plans to sow chaos between Morrowind and Black Marsh. He intended to lead my men into an ambush of Argonians, spark a border war, and inflame Eastern Tamriel in war. How did you uncover the deception? My duties at headquarters kept me busy at all hours of the day, and it was my custom to return home late. One evening, as my work was done and I had no excuse to linger, I returned home and went to my study. What I saw there chilled me to my core. A man who appeared to be my double was sitting at my desk, writing. As I stepped forward, he calmly capped his inkwell, then looked up at me and gave an echoing laugh. It was a Daedra, I'm sure of it. How did you know it was a Daedra? When it spoke to me, I swear I could see its eyes flash red. I suppose it could have been a spirit of some kind, or a mage who disguised himself as me, perhaps in a manner akin to Jagathan's deception. Perhaps you can uncover the truth, Fathos. Why was it your habit to return home so late? Well, I don't see the harm of telling you. My wife and I were not on the best of terms. I developed a habit of staying late at my quarters in the garrison. We were civil to each other, but we'd grown apart. I see. That must have been painful for you. That's all in the past. Now, I need you to prove my innocence so that I can win my freedom from this prison. What did you do when you saw the Daedra? I called out in challenge, and the figure vanished as if made of smoke. I searched the grounds of my home and questioned my servants, but no one had seen anything out of the ordinary. I have no further questions now, but perhaps I will have more later. Thank you, my deliverer. Perhaps you could speak to my wife, Narasa Faeryn, or my former aide, Casilia Victrix, now Lord General of the Imperial Legion. I'm sure they can tell you more to prove my innocence. My wife should be in the castle somewhere, and as for Casilia, she's upstairs in the Legion headquarters. When you gathered your evidence, please plead my case to Belisartha Mead. Alright. General Kasich is my name. Once I was a highly regarded officer and devoted husband. Yeah. Casilia. Casilia was my aide back when I held her current post. I trusted her implicitly and was bewildered when she accused me of treason. I don't bear her I wonder if she's responsible. I wonder if her and the wife are both responsible. This has a bit of a Count of Monte Cristo vibe, this. Alright. I don't bear her malice for her accusations, and there's no one better suited for her position, but if only she'd listened to me. If only she'd been less unyielding. She knew me better than anyone else, even my wife, and she still chose to believe that I was capable of treachery. What about your wife? Although the affection Narasa and I once shared is all but dead now, my conscience still racks me over how her reputation has been damaged. Being the wife of a disgraced former general isn't easy to live down. She's a good woman, and she does not deserve what happened to her. Rumours? Too busy to stand around gossiping. Advice? Not really qualified to offer advice. I have no secrets, except... no. Any that I might have once had shriveled up and blown into the way... shriveled up and blown away into the wind. Your trade? Nothing would interest you. Solipund! Anyway, alright. Oh, look, they even give you a lantern. It's awfully generous of them. Alright. I think I've seen enough. Awkward stairs. So, Kasich should be around here somewhere. I don't suppose I can ask you. No, you're as unhelpful as you were earlier. How do I get up there? They don't expect me to levitate, do they? They're Imperials. They don't do levitation. Now, here we go. A hammer. Is that how Clovian cheese is traditionally eaten? Then, with a cooking knife and a hammer. I suppose you guys have got anything to say. Where's Kasich? Lord General, the highest ranking Legion officer in the province of Morrowind, answerable only to the King and the Emperor. She can be found in the strategy room upstairs. Okay. Right. No. Heaven Tower, that's locked. Oh, hello. Zalandweir Costas, who the devil are you? Advisor to Ulfur Steelskin, the Knight of the Imperial Dragon here in the Ebon Tower. I was working in the Imperial City before being moved here, and now my goal was to foster better relations between the natives and the Empire. Really? Hello, Ulfur Steelskin. I'm Ulfur Steelskin, the second in command after Kasich Vetrix here at the Ebon Tower, Knight of the Imperial Dragon. It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? She outranks us all, even the Knights of the Imperial Dragon. Mm-hmm. Anything else I can ask you about? You've got a lot of topics. I guess not. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm just going to adjust my microphone a little bit here. I've noticed it was slightly mispositioned. I hope that's not going to be a problem on the video. Display suit of armor. I feel like I need to save before I interact with this. Okay, no, we're good. My wife expected me to try and steal something from it. And then get chased out of it by the guards again. Imperial Heraldry and Morrowind, the Imperial Dragon, the Royal Wolf. Also known as the Wolf of Symmachus, this emblem serves as the official sigil of the King of Morrowind. Can be seen in the banners of the Royal Palace in Mournhold. The double-headed eagle. That's a Nordic thing, apparently. Twin lions. High Rock, Kim Emmerich of Wayrest. The Vaneth Worm. Another rendition of the Imperial Dragon. Fire's Guild coat of arms. Mage's Guild coat of arms. Insignia of the Imperial Navy. Interesting. Right, let's continue. Hello! Nice map. Solia's Zenditarian, or whatever your name is. Right, you there, Kasich. Nice outfit, actually. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Whenever you've got a minute, madam.
Oh, I'm just dying to hear what you have to say, Dunmer.
Oh, we're going to get along just fine, aren't we? I can already tell. That was sarcasm. What do you want with me, citizen? Faeryn. It's unfortunate what happened to her. First with Kasich, and then with her association with the dissident priests. She and I were never close. I believe she felt jealous of the time Kasich spent with me, though his relationship with me was strictly that of a superior officer's. I served under General Kasich 30 years ago as the General's personal aide. He was a traitor, yes, but his plan did not come to fruition, and I do not wish to see him die. He was once a man of honor, and I honor the memory of the officer he once was. I gave my evidence against him, and because of my testimony, he has been incarcerated in the lower dungeons for the last 3 decades. What was the evidence? He spoke to me, personally, to join him in his treason. He tried to buy my honor with gold, but I refused to join in his machinations and reported him to the king. So, what treachery did he propose? We were to disguise ourselves and our men as Dunmer, lead a detachment of Imperial troops into Black Marsh and attack a village on the other side of the border, instigating war between the Dark Elves and the Argonians. Not long afterwards, one of our agents reported that a squad of Black Marsh warriors had been lying in wait for a purported Dark Elf incursion. Had we attacked, we would have blundered unawares into an ambush. When I reported General Kasich's plot and bribery attempt, he was imprisoned. If he really committed treachery, why wasn't he executed? It was my word against his. We were both highly respected officers, but General Kasich had an excellent reputation as being above reproach. He claimed we never had the conversation and couldn't explain why I would make such an outrageous charge, but I had a witness. Another officer was with me who saw me speaking with the General, but didn't overhear what we were saying. Surely there was more evidence. What else do you know? Told you everything of consequence, now if there's nothing else. Another question, if you please. Well, who was the other officer? Rumours Stanicus. After Kasich's imprisonment, Stanicus left the Legion and became Narasaverin's protector. The plot thickens. It is rare to see Narasa without Rumours being somewhere nearby. I would never have acted as he did, but he was motivated by honour, and I respect his decision. Let's see, if I have further questions, I will return. Fair enough. Had the General's plan succeeded, it could have meant the deaths of our men. He was a good man once, and honourable, and for his sake I did not press for the death penalty, but his actions were indefensible. Fortunately, his plan was never carried out. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other matters to attend to. What's this about man of honour, though? Yes, General Kasich had always possessed a strong sense of honour and justice. It was with a heavy heart that I accused him of treason. His plan to instigate a border war between Morrowind and Blackmarsh seemed completely out of character and irrational. So, too, were the rumours of having a woman on the side. I don't trust you enough to speak further of this. Oh, is that so? Well, let's see if we can't do something about that, eh? That was the evidence of treachery. Yeah, man of honor. No, woman on the side, that was it. Look, I like you, Dark Elf, but for some reason, I can't quite exactly figure out why. It's just ever since you've waved that medallion at me, I've been quite charmed with you. Anyway, I like you, but very well. The rumours were true of the General. He had a mistress, an Argonian, if you can believe it. A bit like that bawdy play, eh? In fact, the entire night before he was arrested, he was with her. I never knew her name, and I believe she left the city not long after General Kasich was arrested. I heard she returned to Black Marsh, but I'm not certain. I suspect she played a part in his treasonous plot. About rumours. Stanicus was a good officer. I respect his decision to leave the Legion, but I think it was a rather rash one. I certainly am under no compunctions of guilt for doing my duty. Okay. Oh, the General's adjutant. Okay. I suppose you've got anything useful to say. No, you are a useless person. All right, then. Oh, hello. Got anything good? No. So, General Kasich had an Argonian mistress who apparently vanished. Alright, we might want to ask him about that. Rumours to Stanicus. Right, we need to talk to Rumours in Narasa. Don't know where to find them, though. Let's just pop back down to the dungeons here and have a word with them about this supposed Argonian mistress. Ooh, it's much more atmospheric down here without the Night Eye amulet. There you are. Hello again, Fathers. Was the only face I've looked forward to seeing in quite some time. What news do you bring? Okay. Woman on the side. So, Kasich told you about Dish Jar, did she? I haven't seen Dish Jar or heard her name in 3 decades. You say she left the city not long after I was incarcerated. I would dearly love to see her again. Do you know what? I assumed that was not going to be true, but there you go. Perhaps she was involved in some sort of plot against you. Never. Dishjar was pure as the driven snow, Fathers. She would never have been part of some plot to bring dishonor down upon me. We met at the Argonian mission in Ebonheart. Her eyes were her best feature, Fathers. They were like great crystal lakes in summer, first emerald, then sapphire. I will never forget her. Do you have any correspondence you saved from her? If you have a letter you can give me, perhaps I can track her down. Oh, Fathers, would you do this for me? Here, this is a letter she once wrote me. I believe she had a sister in Stormhold, right across the border in Blackmarsh. If you do find Dishjar, please tell her that I miss her very much. Don't tell her the state you found me in, though. I couldn't bear to have her see me. I couldn't bear to have her see me like this. Okay. You have a letter. My darling, not a day goes by that I do not think of you. Our tender moments are so few. I dream of the day when you and I will be free to be together as one. I wanted to let you know that I go to visit my sister in Stormhold. Her house is on the street that runs opposite to the Imperial prison in the city. Oh, I do wish I had you to keep me company when I visit her. I would feel so safe with you to protect me in that awful place. Well, that's something, I guess. Like, we can't exactly go to bloody Stormhold, though, can we? It's not in the game! Might be useful evidence later, though. Oh, guys, really?
Here to see the castle.
Emperor, king, and justice, citizen.
Alright then, I guess I'm just gonna have to stand here and wait for you to move. I'm more patient than either of you are.